human resources, tourism, manufacturing, services, transportation, telecommunication, and infrastructure development. Ladies and gentlemen, we in Tanzania highly recognize the key role that investment plays in bringing about economic growth and employment. To encourage investment, both domestic and foreign, we have strived to make our policies friendlier to investment and business. I know there have been some challenges. I have to recognize this. There has been some challenges, some frustrations, but here I am, and take my word that I'm going to correct whatever happened before, and we are going to work together, trade together, invest, and do investment in both parts of our countries. And we are gathered here to share views and experiences in terms of investment and business opportunities. Some of you are already involved in various businesses in Tanzania and in Oman. And some of you are the new ones or the newcomers in Tanzania and would like to explore available investments in trade opportunities in both Tanzania and Oman. So please be free to explore the opportunities. Tanzania has a lot to offer. So come and explore, and the Tanzanians will explore in Oman. What should we do together? And I know some of you may be asking yourselves, why investing in Tanzania? Why are we here? Why are we saying come and invest in Tanzania? And here are some few reasons why. One, traditional, historic, and blood ties. You can't destroy the business of your brother or your sister. You may do some mishandling, but then you can't destroy it. So we are brothers and sisters, blood brothers and sisters. So that's one reason. And our history dates back to the 19th century. Surely this presents the confidence and assurance that your investment operates in a favorable and friendly environment. Number two is peace, stability, good governance, and conducive environment. And I'm here. I'm the leader of the country. And it comes from my heart and my mouth that we do have a good governance. Come and invest. Number three is that Tanzania is a member of different international agreements and memberships. We are a member of African Trade Insurance Agency. We are a member in the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency and the World Bank. In the World Bank, that's MIGA, and the Swiss-based International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So with this membership, you are assured of your safety in Tanzania. If anything goes wrong, you have somewhere to go for settlement. At the bilateral level, Tanzania entered into investment promotion and protection agreements with many countries, including Oman. I'm glad to note that we are on the finalization stage of the agreement on the avoidance of double taxation. It's going to end for sure, take it from me. Surely all these efforts will go a long way towards reducing further risk of investment in Tanzania and promoting business relations. I hope our two governments will conclude at the earliest possible time the ongoing negotiations on, as I said, apart from the avoidance of double taxations, but there have been other aspects which we have been discussing, and they are going to end soon, to assure you of the doing business environment in Tanzania. Number three is a stable macroeconomic and fiscal policy regime. Tanzania has a stable macroeconomic and policy regime and is amongst the fastest growing economies in Africa. It is worth to note that according to the 2021 World Investment Report published by UNCTAD, despite adverse effects of COVID-19 to many economies, Tanzania's FDI grew by 2% to $1 billion, leading in the East African region, which signals the confidence of foreign investors in the country's economic prosperity. So come and invest in Tanzania. All macroeconomic indicators are good, and prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, average GDP growth has been around 6.87%, but then due to COVID-19, we dropped to 4%, and now we have started growing again. This year we are talking of 5.6, 5.8. So we are growing. We do have a good growing economy. As a matter of policy, Tanzania is also committed to fostering a private sector-driven economy. The government continues to improve the business climate, and in collaboration with the private sector, it's working closely to formulate competitive and pro-business policies that are geared to achieving that objective. Since my assumptions to power, my policy has been let government govern and private sector do the business. And I mean it. And I mean it. No more business for the government. The private sector will do the business. And we in the government are creating favorable environment for the private sector, whether domestic or foreign, to thrive and do the business in Tanzania. That's my policy. So we have come a long way, and now we adopted we did the adaptation and implementation of the blueprint for regulatory reforms to improve business environment, but we also worked with the tax administrations, and we have removed so many nuisance taxes, and we did the rationalization and harmonization of duplicating roles and functions of some regulatory authorities. Before, it was like one company be audited by different regulatory authorities, but now it's just one auditing, and if it is anything to do with any regulatory functions, it's going to be done by only one authority of the government. Then the privilege we have in Tanzania is the market access. We are a member of East African Community, which is having more than 300 million people, plus the DRC, which joined recently. But then we are a member of SADC, Southern African Development Community. So together, we make a population of close to 400, close to 500 million people, and that's a bigger market. But we are also a member of African Continental Free Trade Area, and that's boasting with a population, with a market of 1.3 billion. It's 1.3 billion, a market with a GDP of $3.4 trillion. So that's a bigger market. And you know what? Tanzania is a gate to all these African countries. So when you trade with Tanzania, invest in Tanzania, you have all this big market in Africa. But we also have a labor force. Tanzanian population is a young population. The younger population is about 68% of our total population. So we have We have the manpower. We have the manpower to work with your companies, with your investments. We have the semi-skilled labor force, most of them, but we do have the professional ones. We have the bankers here with you, so we also offer capital loans to the businesses. The bankers are here with you. Investment facilities. With me here are the heads of agencies of Zanzibar Investment Authority, Sharif Ali Sharif. But then I'm having someone from the Tanzania Investment, TIC. So they will be explaining on investment incentives we do offer to our investors in the country. We have also set up various exports processing zones. There might be someone else who can explain on the export processing zones, but we do have those facilities in Tanzania, and please come and join with us. Apart from the above-mentioned efforts, Tanzania has also embarked on the following mega projects that are destined to promote business and investment in East, Central, and Southern Africa. We know that investments needs infrastructure development. So in Tanzania now we are heavily investing in standard gauge railway, which is about 2,000 some few kilometers, 2,300 kilometers, I think, which is crossing at the middle of Tanzania, connecting to Burundi and DRC. And probably when it reaches DRC, some countries will join to go up to African countries, Central Africa and west of Africa. But then we know that investment is power, energy. We do have a mega project which will produce around 2,115 megawatts of electricity. Minister of Energy, is that correct? Yeah. And it's going on well. So when we complete the dam, Tanzania will be having a total of, let's say, 10,000 megawatts of electricity, plus other smaller projects. So electricity power is guaranteed. We know that investment is water, and we are working hard on that. So far, we have done the coverage of about 78% throughout the country, but we have so many projects on site. And by 2025, it's our expectation that in rural areas, water availability, water access is going to be around 85%, and in cities and towns, it's going to be 95% by 2025. So electricity, water, transportation services are all guaranteed. Excellencies, after presenting the efforts of the government in creating trade and investment conducive environment, let me now take this opportunity to present to you the abundant investment opportunities that Oman can tap into, and these are agriculture, mining, tourism, manufacturing, fishing, ICT, and infrastructure development. In agriculture, there is plenty of arable land yet to be utilized. And for us, agriculture composed of three major sectors. That's agriculture itself, fisheries, but also agriculture, fisheries, and livestock keeping, and livestock. So these are major three sectors of agriculture, which is not yet very well tapped. On agriculture itself, we are talking of having irrigation schemes to produce food crops, fruits, vegetables. So you may join us in these. In mining, nearly all minerals known to exist in the earth or earth crust also exist in Tanzania. But we are favored. God has given us more. One mineral, the Tanzanite, just found in Tanzania. The Tanzanite. So we have all, and currently we have embarked on being a gas economy, given our discoveries in a sizable natural gas deposits, and soon will be an emerging market for gas production in the world. We are having an LNG project, liquefied nitrogen natural gas, and it's going to be the biggest in Africa. Yeah, for now, Mozambique are boasting themselves having the biggest project, but when we start in Tanzania, it's going to be the biggest. As I have said before, that nature has favored us. We also have exotic tourism places, such as the historic Spice Islands of Zanzibar, on which maybe some of you have already visited. And if you haven't, this is not a place to miss. Please do visit Zanzibar. We also have exotic, world-renowned game parks on the mainland. And thus, there are many untapped opportunities in the hospitality industry, the hotels. We still need more. We have influx of tourists coming in the country, but we still need more hotels. The hotels we are having are not enough. So please come and invest in that area. With the huge lakes and 100-kilometer of sea coastline and the 200-kilometer exclusive economic zone, fishing is a highly prospective investment opportunity. Right now, there is no serious fishing in our high seas. There are some nations who are coming to Tanzania, to our high seas and catching the stocks over there. We can't chase them away because we don't have the facilities. So they are just catching and go. So this is another area we can seriously work on in joint venture. Ladies and gentlemen, I was informed that this year's Business and Investment Forum is focusing on sectors such as tourism, manufacturing, agriculture, livestock and fisheries sector, and sea transportation. And I would like to talk on sea transportation. The unfavorable trade balance is due to lack of transportation facilities, especially the marine transportation. So this is another area where we can work together. The marine vessels to transport maybe live animals and so many resources from Tanzania, so many goods from Tanzania to Oman. If we have that privilege of having the marine transport, then a lot of trade is going to be done between our two parts. But again, the establishment of export processing zones, yeah, it's our priority, because as I said before, our population is a very young population. We have a lot of unemployment. We have a lot of graduates out of universities. They don't have any work to do. They are not employed. So we believe that the export processing zones, they are the areas, this is the area where we can employ many of them, plus the industrial park. The industrial park export processing zones can employ a lot of our young population. Mining and real estate is another area. And the real estate, we have a professional man here. Mchechu, please stand up so I can see you. Yeah. He's the one holding the land of Tanzania in real estate sector. So he's ready to work on the joint venture. He will explain, he'll be explaining by himself what he intends to do in this forum. So apart from the suggested areas, I urge the forum to look into how both countries can use their full potentials to to strengthen and promote joint venture between Tanzania and Oman companies in order to improve the capacities of Tanzanian manufacturing sector. This can cover sectors such as meat processing industry, and I know there's a frustration in here, but I'm telling you, who is dealing with the meat processing factory in here? Yes, yes, yes. I know the frustration you have. I'm going to solve it. Take it from me. But then part of meat processing industry, oil seeds industry, sesame, cotton, and sunflower is also found in abundance in Tanzania. And we have decided to have block farming of sunflower seeds so that we can produce edible oil from sunflower for the local market and for the foreign market. Fruits processing industries and fish processing industry. I've talked about deep sea fishing, which haven't been tapped quite well, but then Tanzania is constructing the fishing port in Kilwa, and that's an area where fishing is done in high quantity. We'll be having the fishing port, but we also need the processing plant for whatever is going to be caught in the high seas to be processed in the country and then be transported or exported to wherever in this world. We are also encouraging investment projects in clean energy, such as geothermal, solar, and wind, and the minister is here. He's going to explain more on that. Tanzania is also attracting partnership in industries to improve the production capacities of the products with high demand in Oman. Whatever is in high demand in Oman, we are ready to provide the raw materials, process it there, then be transported or exported to Oman. In conclusion, my dear sisters and brothers, I hope Oman and Tanzania business people and the several government officials gathered here this afternoon will rise to the occasion and take our economic relation to the next level. I want to see increased economic investment and business relations between our two friendly countries become more robust, because we both have a lot to offer to each other and much to benefit from one another. I brought with me responsible government officials and some businessmen and women from both Zanzibar and Tanzania mainland who will give you detailed information and answer all your questions. And I hope that after my visit, there will be an Oman business delegation visiting Tanzania and ready to invest, not only visiting Tanzania, but ready to invest. You come with your idea, we'll provide you land, we'll provide you capital, joint venture capital, bankers are here. We'll provide you with nice policies, favorable incentives. Come and invest in Tanzania. Come one, come all. And I thank you for your kind attention. Let me tell you one thing. I've been in Oman since yesterday. I've been well received, got a very high respect with my reception. I didn't expect His Majesty, the Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said, to be at the airport receiving me, but he was there. He was there. He has given me a lot of his time. We had several discussions, several sectors, and I'm telling you, we are going to work together. So this is the occasion for our business fraternity from the two countries to discuss and concretize, I'm insisting concretize, plan to work together. There shouldn't be no more come and go, come and go. We should concretize and start working together. So wish you fruitful discussion here, and please come up with practicable resolutions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Before you go,
all thanks and appreciation to Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, on her speech. كل الشكر والتقدير لفخامة الرئيسة سامية صلوح حسن رئيسة جمهورية تنزانيا الاتحادية على هذه الكلمة. أما الآن فيسرنا دعوة معالي قيس بن محمد اليوسف الموقر وزير التجارة والصناعة وترويج الاستثمار لتقديم كلمة الوزارة في المنتدى. Now we are pleased to invite His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, the Honorable Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, to present the Ministry's speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Your Excellency, Madam Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. First of all, may I begin by welcoming Your Excellency, Madam President, to the Sultanate of Oman as a special guest of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. It's indeed a privilege to welcome you to the Sultanate of Oman and at today's Oman-Tanzania Business Forum. We're honored to have you here with us. I welcome too the distinguished members of Your Excellency's delegation. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity this forum affords to reinforce our long-standing ties of friendship, trade, and investment. And like you mentioned, Your Excellency, blood ties, which are deeper and more important. I should also extend a very warm welcome to the Tanzanian business community and business delegation, that they have taken time of their busy schedule to be here with us this morning and to meet their counterparts, their friends, the Omani businessmen and women who are here today. This is probably one of the largest gatherings I have seen in a long time after COVID. Thank you all for participating. Your Excellency, Madam President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the pace of Tanzania's growth over the past 20 years has been one of the most remarkable economic success stories of Africa. This achievement reflects the prudent management of resources, admirable development of infrastructure, notable improvements in access to education and healthcare, dynamic industrialization, and astute economic leadership. Your Excellency, Madam President, we salute your achievements. Indeed, we're all keen to discuss how we can collaborate in developing the opportunities Tanzania presents, how we can strengthen trade and investment ties and increase economic collaboration to the benefit of both our people, particularly in areas such as manufacturing, agriculture, fisheries, mining, tourism, and renewables, the areas that Your Excellency have mentioned. Your Excellency the President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may I say how delighted I am to have the opportunity today to highlight some of the impactful work being done in the Sultanate of Oman under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, as we reimagine economic growth, streamline business procedures, create a pro-enterprise environment, and attract sustainable and responsible investment. This is being achieved through the framework provided by Oman's Vision 2040, our compass and action-oriented blueprint for growth and development. Launched in January of last year by the orders of His Majesty the Sultan, it's a progressive development strategy built on 4 main pillars: people and society, economic development and diversification, governance, institutional performance, along with environment and sustainability. It encompasses sectors ranging from agriculture and fisheries, manufacturing and mining, to tourism, logistics, renewable energy, ICT, education, and healthcare. These sectors provide rich opportunities that I'm sure will be of interest to our Tanzanian guests. And they are similar to the ones mentioned by Your Excellency, and it only reinforces your message that there is a lot of opportunity to enhance trade and investment between our 2 great countries. Your Excellency, Madam President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's with considerable pride I inform you that the response from the international community to Oman's Vision 2040 has been highly encouraging. From positive reports by the IMF to the upgrading in April by S&P Global of our credit rating with a stable outlook, the first upgrade since 2015. Moreover, FDI in Oman at the end of Q4 2021 has also increased by about 7% despite all the issues we've had with the pandemic. And in November last year, as Oman participated in its 3rd World Trade Organization Trade Policy Review in Geneva, WTO complimented Oman on its low tariffs and minimal non-tariff barriers to trade. Earning particular praise was the new legislation covering foreign capital investment, allowing foreign ownership of up to 100% in vast majority of sectors. Indeed, we recently introduced legislation allowing foreign companies the opportunity to own land of over 5,000 meters squared that is either commercial or commercial residential, tourism, or industry related. In addition, we have reduced government fees and have also waived corporate taxes for all companies that get established this year. Further details of these, I'm sure, will be covered by my colleagues in the next presentation this morning. In conclusion, in the Sultanate of Oman, we are working towards delivering a better than ever pro-business environment, creating a new renaissance for Oman, Renaissance 2.0, as we like to call it. Madam President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, we look ahead with both optimism and enthusiasm to the possibilities of tomorrow. We warmly welcome from our heart Tanzanian friends to invest in the many opportunities presented by our vibrant and diversifying economy and share in the wealth of possibilities it offers. And we openly welcome new business opportunities and partnerships between Oman and Tanzania, reinforcing the message of Your Excellency the President, that we can do more together. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. شكرا معالي الوزير. الحضور الكرام، نرحب الآن بسعادة عبد الله عباسي كيليما سفير جمهورية تنزانيا لدى السلطنة ليلقي كلمته. And now we welcome His Excellency Abdullah Abbasi Kilima, Ambassador of the United Republic of Tanzania to the Sultanate of Oman, to deliver his speech.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon. Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, honorable ministers accompanying the President, ministers from Omani government, ladies and gentlemen, the member of this business community. My task here is very small. It's just to express our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to Her Excellency the President for setting aside her valuable time to come here with us and tell us what is available in Tanzania, what her government is determined to do to enable you to come and do business in Tanzania. As all, we are aware that the schedule of our president is very tight, but despite that, she got this valuable time to come here, share her experience, and also hear from you what can be done more to help fostering business between Tanzania and Oman. It is our hope that, as Her Excellency President has suggested, that after this important event today, what should follow, you have to keep us very busy. After this visit, we expect to be very busy to make sure that the bridge between business community in Tanzania and Oman is becoming very stronger. Our doors are open always. For those who have my number is available 24/7 together with my officers. With this note, we want to conclude by thanking you, Your Excellency, for being with us to grace this important occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. يسرنا أن ندعو سعادة المهندس رضا بن جمعة آل صالح رئيس مجلس إدارة غرفة تجارة وصناعة عمان لتقديم كلمة الغرفة فليتفضل مشكورا. We are pleased to invite His Excellency Engineer Rida bin Jum'a Al Saleh, Chairman of Board of Directors of OCCI, to present the chamber speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. The Honorable President Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of Tanzania, Your Excellency, the Ministers and the Secretary, honorable guests. It is a great pleasure that the Omani Tanzanian Business Forum to meet today in the presence of the Honorable Her Excellency, the President Samia Suluhu, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, which undoubtedly reflect the great importance of the Omani-Tanzanian economy relation and the different roles played in the various sectors on both sides in order to promote Omani-Tanzanian relation, through which we are keen to explore economy and commercial potential investment opportunity which are available in the Sultan of Oman and Tanzania, and ensure you the close vision to the reality and the difference possibility as well as the incentive and facility available in the both countries. Here we extend our gratitude and appreciation to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. May Allah keep and protect him, for his kind support to the private sector to enable it play the role as a key partner in the sustainability development through after the Sultan of Oman. Though it is Future Vision 2040. The Honorable President, it is considered to mention that the trade exchange volume between the both countries, it was before the COVID-19, it was crossing $1,213 million. But unfortunately, because of COVID-19, has been reduced and it's reached to about 42 million in 2020. But again, in 2021, it has been raised to 70 million US dollar. And we hope that we can work together and to come back to this and enhance the relation to reach to the normal where as we are. Also, the investment of the both countries, the investment of Tanzania and Oman, it's reached about 21 million US dollar in 2020. Out of it, $5 million is the share of Tanzanian companies. And the total company which are invested today is about 32 companies as far as 2020. We also would like to commend the role of the Omani Tanzanian Business Council, which they really have a very important role. And I believe yesterday they have met, and after a long time, but nevertheless they met and they are ready to go to enhance the relation, and they have discussed various problems which both sectors and both sides they are having. The indicates reflect the size of the responsibility entrusted in this council, as improving this indicates to business owners of the both countries we have to take advantage of the availability, incentive, and facility investment. I would like to see the opportunity of my presence among you to introduce you the attractive and stimulating economy environment established in the Sultanate. The Oman investment environment has strengths encouraging the responsibility and investors to come and interest in Oman. And recently, and also we are working under Vision 2040 and almost the similar sector which your Honorable President you have mentioned. We are emphasizing on the mineral and industrial and logistic, tourism, as well as food security. So these sectors are very important, which we are working together. Also, recently the Ministry of Commerce has announced about 90 opportunities of the projects which is available on the website of the ministry as well as Oman Chambers. Anybody who is interested, they can go through these opportunities and can look into it. Because there are feasibility study has made by the specialists of those projects which can be available. If you need any assistance, we as the Oman Chamber of Commerce, we are very keen to work together. Now, regarding our aspirations of further development of the mutual deep-root relation between Oman and Tanzania and historical and geographical that united of two countries. And reaction of the interested to watch attached to Oman Chamber of Commerce and the business community. And I believe that the huge crowd which we are seeing today, as His Excellency our Minister says, is the first time after a long time which we are meeting. And I'm very glad to see this, and we take advantage that our businessmen and Tanzanian businessmen to meet after this session and to have a B2B, and I hope this, with gathering today, we can enhance the relation between the both countries. Finally, I would like to thank Her Excellency the President for giving us opportunity to be here, to give us a speech and to get the advice from her and to meet all the business people here. Thank you very much, and looking forward.
Thank you, Your Excellency. يسرنا الآن دعوة سعادة بول كوي رئيس غرفة تجارة وصناعة وزراعة تنزانيا فليتفضل مشكورا لإلقاء كلمته. We are pleased to invite His Excellency Mr. Paul Koi, President of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, to present the Chamber's speech.
Your Excellency, Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, beloved President, the Oman team, Minister for Industry and Investment of Oman, and your team, my colleague, Mr. Reza. We have been together since the day yesterday morning until now. Our honorable ministers from Tanzania and both from Oman. We say in Tanzania, let us greet you in the name of Democratic Republic of Tanzania. And we say, let the way continue for the development of the country. Yeah, my name is Paul Koi, and the president of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, or abbreviated TCCIA. We are really delighted to be here, and let us express our full thanks for the way we have been received. We have heard it very clear from our president, the way he has warmly welcomed. Let me assure you, our president, that is exactly the way we have been received here and welcome to work with our colleague in Oman here in Muscat. So we are happy and delighted to extend our sincere appreciation for such a warm welcome and hospitality we enjoy and continue to receive here in Muscat. With that, I think our president has said it all regarding actually the determination, the commitment that our country is now trying to put up with our colleagues all across the world regarding the investment and trade and business relationship between Tanzania and the rest of the world, and now particularly Oman. We are talking about all the collaboration, but as the president of Chamber, let me insist on one very important aspect. We need to trust each other. The world cannot be created to a place where there's no trust. We need to have confidence in each other, and we need to be transparent 100% in order to do business, the profitable one, for the betterment of our countries and our society. This is really critical when it comes to collaboration, when it comes to partnership, when it comes to cooperation. And once that happens, we shall have really honored what our leaders are trying really to put up all the efforts day and night for the betterment of our country. Having said that, let me now speak as a businessman as well, coming from the private sector point of view. It is high time now that for we, Your Excellency, our President and Your Majesty, time and money is really critical to us. We have not come to Oman for tourism, but we have come to Oman to do business. And President have said it very well. That being the case now, it's high time, let us identify the potential and viable projects. Let us discuss very clearly and openly the timing of the projects, the financing of the projects, the possible practicability in an open and transparent manner, so that when we go away home, our colleagues pay the visit, we start the project. And I think, Madam, we shall have to count what the quantity and quality of the projects in place. Having said that, let me wish and open up that all those private companies that we came with, and particularly from Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, let's everybody go back home with a partner, with a project, and with a business partner that you can count upon to increase your business, to make your business become more viable. And not only go back home with a project, but also create projects in the Oman. Business people are people who are creative. The business people are people who can really deliver things in a quick and high time in a short while. Let us do that. Having said that, thank you very much for this brief opportunity. And on behalf of Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, I once again say thank you very much, our President.
والآن مع العرض التوضيحي من وزارة التجارة والصناعة وترويج الاستثمار يقدمه مهنا السناني. And now with the presentation from the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion presented by Mohanna Al-Sinani.
Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome our guests to Oman and we wish them a very pleasant stay. Please allow me to give you a brief about the investment climate in Oman and the business opportunities and investment opportunities that we are offering as a ministry, and also the incentives Oman offers for investors. By the end of 2021, our foreign direct investments has increased by 7.7%, reaching more than $44 billion of investments. And this is why we come with a question. The first question comes to the investor. Why should I invest in Oman? What are the incentives that offered for the investors? Oman has a strategic location. We are outside of Strait of Hormuz, outside of Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. We are open to the Indian Ocean, very close to the international trade routes. We are very close, and you can reach easily from Oman to more than 2.5 billion people, whether you are interested to reach people in Far East Asia, Indian subcontinent, the MENA region, also the East African countries. So Oman is the ideal location for you. As you can see in the map, it shows the key areas of Oman, the free zones, the industrial estates, the ports. Oman has invested billion of dollars in infrastructure, linking Oman with all countries, whether by sea, land, and air. We have in Oman 4 main free zones, one in Suhar in the south of Oman, about 200 kilometers to the west of Muscat, very close to the GCC market. We also have a free zone or special economic zone in Duqm, which is about 500 kilometers from Muscat, facing the Indian Ocean, with a seaport and also an airport in the area itself. The Duqm port is one of the deepest and the largest ports in the region. It can occupy any kind or type of vessels operating now in the planet. We also have Salalah free zone in the south of Oman. Salalah is very close to the East African market, one of the most developed free zones with a port and also an airport, international airport. And finally, we have one free zone with the border of Yemen, which is Al Mazyuna free zone, and it's designated mainly for the Yemeni market, which needs a lot of exports. Then we have the industrial estates distributed in all cities in Oman. The industrial estates, the investor can purchase or lease a land in these states with as low as 1 Omani Riyal per square meter per year. So the land is available, it's very cheap to get. The utilization, electricity, gas, and water, all are available in these areas. And they are also, the public establishment for industrial estate, Madain, are also working now to develop 2 industrial estates in different cities of Oman. We have also, in December last year, opened a new border checkpoint with Saudi Arabia, allowing products manufactured in Oman to reach to the Saudi market and also the other countries in GCC, and goes beyond that to the Iraqi market, Syrian market, Jordan, and so on. So this helps the manufacturers in Oman to reduce cost, time, and also to be more efficient to reach more clients in different countries. As Oman relationship with other countries, we have signed many free trade agreements with different countries. For example, we have a free trade agreement with the United States of America. We have free trade agreement with Singapore as GCC countries. We are also a member of the GCC market. We have signed the Arab Free Trade Agreement. So you can reach to these countries, or your product manufactured in Oman can reach to these countries with minimized or no custom duties. which can help you to reduce the costing of production to compete in these markets more efficiently. We also have other incentives for investors. The investor can invest 100% in Oman, anywhere in Oman, whether in a free zone or mainland. The corporate tax is only 15% of the net profit. There is no personal income tax, and the VAT is only 5%. Also, we have come with more tangible incentives that we offer for investors to invest in Oman. We have given an offer for the companies registering this year, reduced cost fees of registration. So more than 90% of the fees will be reduced when you register this year. You also can benefit from the 5-year tax exemption in the mainland and up to 30 years in the free zones. We also allowing companies now to not only lease land for industrial or tourism purposes, but also to purchase lands with area of more than 5,000 square meters. So now you can buy the land, not only lease it. We have also an incentive of the residency. We have the what so-called the golden residency. The investor can get or benefit of 10 and 5-year residency. There are some criteria to get this residency. You have to invest $1.3 million to get the 10-year residency and $650,000 to get the 5-year residency. And those are some of the incentives that are giving for these who purchase or who get the 10 and 5-year residency. These are the key sectors Oman focusing on based on our 10th 5-year plan and also based on our Vision 2040. So these sectors, we think that Oman is an ideal market for them, for investors, to invest in Oman in these sectors based on the natural resources, based on the market study, based on the human resources that we have. But we are also not limited to these sectors, so we are open to hear from you and to help you to invest in any sectors that suits your business or suits your intention, or help you to get more information about the Omani market. The ministry has conducted 90 business or investment opportunities. Those opportunities, you can look at them by scanning this QR or visiting investinoman.om. We have 90 opportunity that we worked with our partners from the government side, whether they are governmental entity or governmental companies, to come up with these investment opportunities. They are in manufacturing sector, in tourism sector, and waste management sector. And we are also working now to get more and more opportunities to stream and to offer for the investors. Some of these project or investment opportunities has pre-visibility studies that we can share with you if you are interested in one of them. And also some of these projects are with take-off contract. So once you manufacture the product in Oman, we will assure you with a contract with a governmental company that will purchase the quantity from you. Of course, we can help you to get to know this product more and what are the governmental companies you need to contact. We can set up meetings for you with them to discuss more and to have an agreement at the end. Also, we have other projects in waste management with an Omani company, governmental company, BIA. We have also the tourism projects, which are with governmental companies that are willing to invest and be a partner with you in these projects. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, I'll be here around. Thank you.
And now we invite the presentation from the TIC.
Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, ministers, permanent secretaries, government officials, and members of the delegation. My name is John Matthew Mnali. I'm the Acting Executive Director from Tanzania Investment Center. I will be presenting a country video. Please.
Is strategically located as a gateway to East Africa and the African Great Lakes region. A rising star, Tanzania is a middle-income country that has averaged 7% economic growth over the last decade. It has a population of about 60 million, the majority of whom are young and economically active, and part of a rapidly growing middle class. Accessible through the Indian Ocean, Tanzania connects to 6 landlocked countries. It also offers access to a sizable market of about 177 million people in the East African community and 350 million people in the SADC region.
Welcome to Tanzania, the land of opportunities. The government is committed to maintain and strengthen ties with the international community. We continue to maintain good governance, political and economic stability, which have been our national values. The government is undertaking a number of legal and regulatory reforms to unlock the country and make it potential investment destination. These reforms include investment tax and information technologies regimes. The government is focusing on improving coordinated infrastructure, not limited to cleaner energy provision, railways, roads, ports, and optical fiber network. All these will add to the improvement of investment environment. As we open doors to the world, we believe that with efficient transport system, enough and affordable electricity, coupled with friendly regulatory regime, Tanzania is offering the best opportunity for investors to thrive. Welcome to Tanzania, the land of opportunities.
The Tanzania Investment Center hosts more than 10 government investment facilitation institutions, offering a one-stop center that can give approvals, permits, and licenses all under one roof, easing the process and saving time and other resources pertaining to setting up a business in Tanzania. Agriculture is the mainstay of Tanzania's economy. There are over 44 million hectares of arable land, and only 33% of them are under cultivation. Some of the potential areas to invest in include sugarcane plantations, cotton, coffee, tea, cashew nut and grape farming, horticulture farms, sisal plantations, wheat plantations, as well as bean and cassava farms. One can also invest in the processing of these crops for export.
Tanzania is the second largest livestock producer in Africa, but only 1% of the livestock is processed into value added. About 70% of the high-end value-added meat products are imported. There are very few companies in Tanzania like this which are producing value-added products for the industry. So there is huge potential here in Tanzania.
The manufacturing sector is in its infancy stage, with few exploited areas, whereby unprocessed agricultural commodities have dominated major exports. Tanzania's Vision 2025 envisages an industrialized economy powered by the manufacturing sector, and as such, opens up the country to potential investment, particularly in the area of textile and apparel, sugar, leather, edible oils, heavy industries, pharmaceuticals, tile manufacturing, cable, and plastic manufacturing. A 1,424-kilometer long coastline, including 3 large lakes,
presents a virtually untapped opportunity in fishing. Opportunities lie in deep-sea fishing, fish farming, fish processing, and supply of fishing gear, just to name a few. Tanzania's wealth extends well beyond the surface. Tanzanite, a gemstone found nowhere else in the world, is testament to the country's mineral riches. Other minerals include gold, coal, diamonds, copper, nickel, cobalt, tin, lead, silver, uranium, rare earth metals, ruby and sapphire. Investment opportunities.